Welcome back to Scene Invaders. I'm Dan, and let's talk The White Lotus Season 3, Episode 4, Hide or Seek. So picking up right where we left off, it's all about escape this episode. That's what it feels like to me. You know, you have people running from their problems, like Tim.
You understand? I can't work in finance if I plead guilty to fucking embezzlement and fraud.
You have people facing them, like Rick. So it's really cool that we learned a lot about him and what happened to his dad. Someone actually called that in the comment section. If that was you, thumbs up, great job.
My mother told me the name of the guy who did it, and he owns this hotel. And half of fucking Thailand, I guess.
So let's start with the frenemies, Jacqueline, Kate, and Laurie. Jacqueline wants to do something new. She wants to ditch her yoga session and go out and find something new. So they ask Valentine to set her up with anything new to do, and he sends them to a beach, and when they get there, she's like not impressed by the clientele, I guess. She thought they were all old and below her and beneath her.
I don't know if I like this.
Something's a little weird, am I right?
What's weird?
What's weird? No, just look around.
And this was all spurred by her husband, who's much younger than her, not answering her text, not answering her phone calls. So I think she's a little worried about that. Maybe he's up to something. Maybe he's with another girl. Who knows? But she wants to go out and let loose. So since that plan didn't work, she goes right back to Valentine and goes, hey, you're coming with me. You're going to show me a good time.
You're our butler, and we need your help. You are coming with us.
So this is taking place during Songkran. Sorry if I mispronounced that, but it's the Thai New Year Water Festival, right? And a bunch of kids have super soakers, and they're all spraying them and throwing water at them and everything. And they're so stuck up, they can't even have fun. You want it to let loose, right? This is a different vibe, right? And you're not happy with it?
I don't want to get wet, okay? Thank you. Stop! Okay, we're adults.
I was just like, come on. Does anything get these girls in a good mood? Just have fun, embrace it, throw water back at people. But no, they go and hide, and they wait for Valentine to come back and show up with his two friends. And I don't know what's going to happen with those. It looks like they all might hook up with one of them, because she said what happens in Thailand stays in Thailand.
Uh-oh, what does that mean? It means we're not dead yet, all right? We can still be young and hot and fun. Okay.
So it looks like it's going down that route, and maybe this could cause even more jealousy in the friend group, because as I said in previous videos, they all seem to talk shit on each other whenever they have the chance. It'll be two of them talking on one, and they just rotate, and the cycle continues. So that's what we get with those three in this episode. I trust Valentine, but also I said I think he might have set up that robbery just by the way it was set up, and he was standing in the way of Gaitak, and the guy just went in. It seems like he did have something to do with the robbery, but I trust him around Jacqueline. But maybe I don't, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe he is a piece of shit. What do you guys think about Valentine? Let me know in the comment section. All right, let's talk about the Ratliff family, especially Tim. Jason Isaacs, incredible job acting. He's doing a super good job with this role, and he's spiraling, right? So his lawyer drops the news that his business partner, Kenny, is cooperating with the feds, and Kenny's going to go to jail, and apparently he told them everything. So they're going to go after Tim's house, whatever. He said he might have froze her assets, so he's like, oh shit, now I'm going to lose everything? What do I tell my family, that we're poor now? So yeah, he's worried about that. And a couple other things he does in this episode. He straight up steals the benzos from his wife. I thought he was just going to keep taking them now and then. He takes the whole bottle. So yeah, he's going full out drug mode, spiral mode, just panic mode. He's not in a good shape. And then he steals the gun? So is that going to have something to do with the shooting that we see in the first episode? Do you think him having a gun, that he's going to be involved in the shooting? Because when Gaitak got the gun, I was like, oh, he's going to be shooting back at whoever's shooting. But now he doesn't have that gun anymore. He's probably going to get in trouble again because he lost the gun because he walked Mook to her dance. And it's like, all he wants is a date with Mook.
ไม่ลืมหรอก
ได้เดี๋ยวจะคอยดูถ้าไม่เห็นนะ
พรุ่งนี้อย่าลืมเดทแรกของเรา
ได้ค่ะ
And I feel so bad. He leaves for 1 second and then he loses the gun. So yeah, Tim has it now. So we'll see what he does with that. It's straight up Chekhov's gun, right? You've seen this before. Shows can do it right. They can do it wrong. But I think they're setting this up right. But that gun is most likely tied to the body we see floating. I'm not saying that Tim did it. I think that gun is going to be definitely involved in the shooting, because why would they show us giving it to Gaitak and then have Tim have it? You see what I'm saying here? I think it's definitely going to be involved in the shooting that happens. So what's Tim planning? Why would he have that gun? Is he planning to unalive himself, do something worse? I mean, there's no one in Thailand that he necessarily has a grudge with, so why would he do it unless it's to harm himself? What do you guys think? Let me know.
Would you like to give that back now?
Give what back?
Your phone.
All right, then we got Chelsea and Rick. Love Chelsea. She's crushing it. Amy Lou Wood, my favorite person on this show. So they're on Greg's yacht. I'm calling him Greg. It's not Gary. And the Ratliffs are there, of course. And Rick finally tells Chelsea why he wants to go to Bangkok so bad. And I love that we got this reveal this episode. And like I said, someone called it in the comment section. Great job. So apparently Jim murdered his dad, had something to do with his dad disappearing.
My father was here trying to do the right thing, and one day he disappeared. And I never found him.
That's why he hates him. That's why they're there in the first place, because he thought he would be at the hotel. He's not. So now he's going to follow him to Bangkok. We see at the end of the episode, he does in fact make it to the airport. Chelsea stays on the boat, so she's going to have some fun without him, and he's going to do what he wants to do. He said he wants to talk to the guy and let him know what he did to his life. I think he might kill him. We'll see. Rick kind of seems like a loose cannon. I love the Princess Bride quote right here.
Is this a bit, you killed my father, prepare to die, kind of?
I don't know.
Really good nod to that. But yeah, their chemistry is so good. I am rooting for them, but I hope Rick doesn't do something stupid. Just say what you need to say and go back to your beautiful girlfriend.
I just need to look in his face, and I need to tell him what he did to me while he's still alive.
That's all you got to do.
No, because you're not going to just talk to him, are you?
All right. Now, Belinda. Really worried about her, okay? Played by Natasha Rothwell, doing a great job, but she's piecing together that Greg, Gary, played by John Grace, is the same guy from season 1 who was married to Tanya. So she Googled it. She found out that Tanya died mysteriously. Holy shit. And that Greg was avoiding Italian police. He wasn't cooperating, didn't want to talk to them. So she knows, like, motherfucker, that's the guy. He definitely had something to do with her dying. If he's lying about who he is now and he changed his name, she's piecing it together. And then we see later he's looking up her on the internet. Is he going to try to kill her? I'm really worried that's what's going to happen. He saw pictures with her son Zion, so hopefully he doesn't try to kill the kid too. It's really getting me upset, but I don't know. Protect her at all costs. I would hate to see her go out, but it might happen. By the end, Saxon's on the boat yelling, "Shit's about to get crazy!" And I feel like that's the screenwriters being like, hey fans, shit's about to get crazy. And I felt it this whole episode. It felt like that vibe of, oh, get ready, hang on, it's about to go down. So I really enjoyed this episode. It was really good. So a little bit of analysis here. Let's talk about what's working. Mike White, he knows what he's doing, right? He knows how to make the show. He knows how to make it good and make privilege look ridiculous and sad at the same time. Jacqueline and her crew getting soaked and freaking out and then say, hey, we still want to have fun. So Valentine, show us a good time. But this guy might be shady as hell. So they're desperate. And then Tim, obviously he's desperate with stealing the gun and knowing that they are after him. They might have froze his assets by now and they might take his house and he might go to jail. He will definitely go to jail for maybe a short period of time. And then Rick's backstory, it all fits so perfectly in this episode. We learned a lot and I feel like it was the best episode since episode 2. I feel like it laid the foundation for the rest of the season. There's going to be 8 this season, 8 episodes, which is longer than any other White Lotus season so far. So I'm happy about that. It's really cool how Rick's backstory ties into the hotel's history, the resort's history, right? So this guy seems like Jim was using Thailand and using people to get his resort, the White Lotus, up and running.
I never knew my father. I told you that. He was trying to help these locals keep a shady American from stealing their land. I really don't know all the details.
And it seemed like it led to his dad being killed, if we're led to believe the story from his mother. That's really interesting. All right, some of my favorite parts are the beginning part. Jacqueline saying this.
But I am having a great time. This is a really cool spot, and, I love these ladies, so all good here.
That's a lie. No, you don't. You think you do, but you don't. Victoria is going to have to deal with the backlash of her. She said it early on that someone was taking her pills. She questioned her kids, but now Tim stole the whole bottle. Is she going to have a panic attack or something? Some people that are on those pills for a long time, I've heard stories of people that miss their dose on that if they're taking a high amount every day. They actually can have seizures. So something to look out for with Victoria. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but that is a real thing in real life. People can have seizures if they just stop taking benzos all of a sudden. Like I said, Belinda finding out about Tanya, I think that was really cool. And, now she knows that she died. She doesn't know the way she died. We do. I have to keep showing it. I'm sorry. It's going to be cool to see her pull those strings, but her son's coming the next day. And I thought his first day there was the day of the shooting. So maybe they'll stretch out the day a little bit. It seemed that way anyway. And we have like 3 or 4 more episodes. So I don't think it's going to be that quick. I think they'll save the shooting for episode 7 or episode 8. The scene with Victoria talking to Piper about how they don't cheat that badly on their taxes that they have to leave their country. Meanwhile, Tim is literally thinking about doing that. His conversation with Greg on the boat, it made me think,
So what about you? Are you hiding? Are you seeking?
I'm just on vacation with my family. But you never know.
maybe I should move to Thailand. And I don't know how he's going to do that if he doesn't have any money. Maybe there's some stash somewhere that he can grab his hands onto. I think he's trying to avoid going back to America at all costs. He doesn't want to face up. He said he'd rather die than go to prison, and he's definitely going to have to go to prison if he goes back, so it seems to be the case. And my absolute favorite part, let's talk about Saxon's cannonball. Let's take a look. That is not a cannonball. You didn't hold your legs all the way through. You're trying to make a good impression with these girls, right? And that's the cannonball you put on display? Come on, do better. But here's my big question, the one I'm lingering on, right? Who's the body from the premiere? I know we saw one body, and you guys guessed in the comment section that was Guy Talk. I saw a couple people said that. But my thing is, there was a lot of bullets spraying at that time. There's definitely more than one kill in this season. Probably up to 5, I'd say. Something like that. I think it's going to be somewhat of a bloodbath. You gotta have multiple people shooting. It sounded like that in that scene anyway. It sounded like multiple people had guns. I don't think it's just one person on a shooting spree. I think it's multiple people. And I think that's gonna result in a lot of collateral damage. So who do you guys think is going down? Let me know. Please don't be Belinda. Please don't be Chelsea. But drop your predictions below. I'm going to read every single one. And we will make a theory video based off of your theories. And we're going to read them and react to them coming up soon. But this episode did have me on the edge of my seat. What got you guys excited? What did you like? Let me know. And that's it for episode 4. I'm so pumped for next Sunday. I'm going to watch it as soon as it drops and try to get my review out as soon as possible. I'm loving this season. And I saw a couple people saying it's not their favorite season, but I'm really enjoying it. I don't see the hate. I don't get the hate. And it's not so much hate, it's people saying, well, I enjoyed 1 and season 2 more. And that's fair. If you feel that way, that's totally fine. 1 and 2 were really good. But I think this one is just as good as season 2. I think season 1's the best. But I think this one's just as good. It's got mystery. It's got a lot going on. There could be many different outcomes from the information that we've been given. So I'm all ears. What do you guys think's happening? I'm ready to make a theory video as soon as possible. So yeah, thanks for watching. Get those theories in, and I'll see you soon. Later.
What?
What is up with you now?
Nothing. Nothing up with me.
Snap out of it, okay? Let's have fun.